Special occasion.
Good evening. I know it's a celebratory night, so sorry to cut you all off, but at this time, I'd like to call the St. Charles City Council meeting for Monday, May 1st, 2023 to order. Nancy, please call the roll.
Bancroft? Lencioni?
Here.
Petula?
Here.
Wirball?
Here.
Besner?
Here.
Weber?
Here.
Kulkaitis?
Here.
Kalamaris?
Here.
Payleitner?
Here.
Bongard?
Here.
Thank you. Alderperson Lencioni, would you please lead the invocation this evening?
Thank you, Nora. Please help us reflect on this wonderful occasion to celebrate the contributions of people who have made great efforts on behalf of our community and will be leaving this body, and to welcome with enthusiasm and appreciation for those joining us today who will be taking on the duties to care for and to look after this community which we love. Let us all understand the love and humility that the duties of service require from us and help us embrace these virtues as often as we can. Amen.
Thank you. Alderperson Wirball, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yes, I'd be happy to. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have several presentations this evening that we'll do at the end of this council meeting, and then between the council meetings follow. But at this time, Alderperson Bancroft, would you please provide us with the omnibus vote?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the omnibus vote as reflected in our Monday, May 1st, 2023 St. Charles City Council.
Second.
Turn on the mic.
Second, Mayor.
Okay, moved by Bancroft, second by Lencioni. Any comments or questions? Nancy, please call the roll.
Bancroft?
Yes.
Lencioni?
Yes.
Petula?
Yes.
Wirball?
Yes.
Besner?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Kulkaitis?
Yes.
Kalamaris?
Yes.
Payleitner?
Yes.
Bongard?
Yes.
Thank you. Item 8, a motion to continue to maintain the confidentiality of minutes of the City Council Government Operations Committee, Government Services Committee, and Planning and Development Committee executive session meetings minutes for previous meetings.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Petrillo, seconded by Wirball. Any comments or questions? Nancy, please call the roll.
Bancroft?
Yes.
Lencioni?
Yes.
Petula?
Yes.
Wirball?
Yes.
Besner?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Kulkaitis?
Yes.
Kalamaris?
Yes.
Payleitner?
Yes.
Bongard?
Yes.
Thank you. We do not have any old business or new business. We'll move on to committee reports. Alderman Ron Kulkaitis.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to approve a resolution purchase of Microsoft Exchange software licensing from Dell Marketing LP in the amount of $45,320.
Second.
Moved by Kulkaitis, seconded by Wirball. Any questions? Comments? Nancy, please call the roll.
Bancroft?
Yes.
Lencioni?
Yes.
Petula?
Yes.
Wirball?
Yes.
Besner?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Kulkaitis?
Yes.
Kalamaris?
Yes.
Payleitner?
Abstain.
Bongard?
Yes.
Thank you. Back to you, Alderman Kulkaitis.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Thanks. Do
Uh,
we have one more item, I believe?
I do. Number 8.
Item 8?
Oh, you're right. My apologies.
No worries.
Motion to approve an ordinance amending Title 13, Public Utilities, Chapter 13.16, Water of the St. Charles Municipal Code to allow for changes in the rate structure for the water utility.
second.
Moved by Kulkaitis, seconded by Wirball. Any comments? Yes.
Yeah. As I exit, I just want to make, once again, make clear my last and final vote. We need to keep it affordable to stay in St. Charles by keeping our utility bills manageable. We need to additionally get creative and find a way to pay for long-term infrastructure improvements out of the general fund and keep only operational expenses paid out of the enterprise funds. It's time our residents find direct financial benefit in their pockets from all our tax sales tax, liquor, cannabis, whatever. I would like to see that happen. That's my no vote tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman Payleitner. Any other comments or questions? Nancy, please call the roll.
Bancroft?
Yes.
Lencioni?
Yes.
Petula?
Yes.
Wirball?
Yes.
Besner?
Yes.
Weber?
Nope.
Kulkaitis?
Yes.
Kalamaris?
Yes.
Payleitner?
No.
Bongard?
Yes.
Thank you. Government Services, Alderman Besner, anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Planning and Development,
Nothing further, Your Honor.
thank you. Any public comments this evening? Okay, we have a few presentations at this time.
Okay, as you know, we have some outgoing alder people, and the first is Mr. Kalamaris. And I just want to say a few words about you. I want to thank you for your service on behalf of the entire City Council. You were appointed, and you came in about a year ago, and you didn't have necessarily all these easy decisions to have to make, but appreciate you having the guts to come on and go through the process. And I'll say that this is probably maybe a temporary retirement, because I know that one of the reasons why you didn't run for re-election is primarily because of your kids, and you have a daughter going off to college. So with that, I know how life can be. So we'll say goodbye for now, in case you change your mind later on in life. So with that, just thank you very much for providing service to our community. We really appreciate it. So if you could come up here for a minute. We have another one. Would you like to say something?
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, City Council, city staff, our fire department, our police department, everybody in the city. In Paul's opening remarks today, he mentioned the word love, and I'll be honest, there's a lot of love for St. Charles, and there's certainly some difference of opinion sometimes, and that's expected, but that's what makes this process so great. I've only been here for about a year, but I've been welcomed and I believe accepted by everyone, and always trying to make the right decisions for our community. So thank you, everyone, for welcoming me in and supporting me throughout the process. So thank you very much.
And next, we have Alderperson Paylater, who has provided 12 years of service to our community and well beyond that, raising a family here. And I think you're a good example for you. I know you have daughters, and you have daughters-in-law and
All of it.
Grandchildren,
Mm-hmm.
especially some of them I see out here today. So I think that's a good example that for females here, that what you can be and the service you can provide to the community. So with that, I've invited a very special guest that's one of your really close friends to honor you this evening. So I'd like to ask former Alderperson Maureen Lewis to come up and honor Rita Paylater this evening.
Thank you.
Well, good evening. Can you hear me? It's been a while since I've been here, a couple of years. Thank you for inviting me back. My name is Maureen Lewis. I live at 1321 Ash Street. But tonight, I'm here to talk about someone very special. Some people are so famous that when you mention their first names, people know exactly who you're talking about. Elvis, Oprah, Cher, Hillary, Madonna, Rita. Have you ever talked to Rita? What does Rita think? Is Rita going to be there? Where is Rita? I know I've seen her. There she is.
She is.
She always shows up, and she's always on time. All you have to do is say the name Rita, and we all know who we're talking about. I'm very honored to be here tonight to talk about my good friend, Rita. Rita's family moved to St. Charles when she was a young girl from the neighborhood surrounding the Midway Airport in Chicago. She graduated from St. Charles High School, went on to college where she studied to be a lab technician. She worked for a few years and then married her high school sweetheart, Jay Paylater. They have 5 children, 4 sons, and a daughter, and 8 grandchildren, and I think you're well represented here tonight with the Paylater family. The family has called the East Side of St. Charles home for over 40 years and have shared this home and their hearts with 10 foster babies. To quote Rita, her best job and favorite job was to be a stay-at-home mom from 1980 to 2011. When you get involved with Rita, you quickly learn how rock solid she is. A person with insight, a person with a passionate dedication to do good in her community. Rita and I served together on the St. Charles City Council for 10 years. During this time, we became great friends. We didn't always agree with each other or vote the same way, but we always respected one another and valued each other's opinions. We often left the meeting being better colleagues and better friends than when we went in. I have some fond memories of being with Rita on the city council. For instance, when we were first elected, it was 2011, we were newbies and nobody knew what to call us. We were women. So aldermen just didn't sound right. So, an alder person hadn't come into existence yet. So we got together and decided we'd call ourselves alder chicks. And I tell you, it would always bring a smile, and it was always settled the question right then and there, what to call us. During the 10 years that Rita and I worked together, we had very measured, thoughtful growth occurring here in St. Charles. Rita contributed her challenge to the following achievements in our city: the design and building of the Red Gate Bridge, the design and building of First Street, the design and building of the Volunteer Plaza, the design and building of our new police station, the support of America in Bloom's Best of the Best City efforts, and the design and refurbishment of the 7th Avenue Creek corridor. In addition to these achievements, where Rita really shines is in her attention and interaction with her friends, neighbors, and all the citizens of St. Charles. If you're involved in education, you know Rita, for she is a member of the District 303 Citizen Advisory Committee. If you're involved in philanthropic activities, you know Rita is a member of the Noom Kiwanis and a CASA volunteer. If you're involved in the city's history, you know that Rita served as the city's liaison to the St. Charles History Museum. If you're involved in development, you know that Rita was chairman of the Government Services Committee and Planning and Development Committee. If you have had or served a drink in St. Charles, you know that Rita was a member of the Liquor Commission for 4 years. If you're involved with the library or park district, you know that Rita faithfully attends the monthly intergovernmental meetings. If you happen to be involved in future planning, you'll know that Rita was a member of the St. Charles Housing Commission and contributed to Kane County's CMAP and Homes for a Changing Region plan. If you are a business owner or a chamber member, you know that you have seen Rita at almost every single event that there has been during her time on the city council. And if you are a faith-based person, you know that Rita and her families are members of Christ Community Church, and for 12 years, she has opened the city council meeting with a thoughtful invocation. As we participated with Rita in these different organizations and activities, we know there is no one, and I mean no one, sorry all you guys, who is more prepared for meetings than our own Rita. Her uncanny ability to ask just the right questions in just the right way has helped us all to build our beloved St. Charles. 12 years ago, with the love and support of her family, Rita decided to run for city council and represent the people of the 2nd Ward. Now, with the love and support of her family, Rita has decided it's time to step down. We're going to miss you. You have been a source of pride in this city for so many years. I admire your dedication to your principles, your family, your faith, and your community. I am proud to call you my friend. So tonight, I ask all of you to please join me in congratulating and thanking our dear friend, Rita Payleitner, for her devoted service to this great city of St. Charles. Thank you.
How to follow. A few words. To my family, I could not have done this crazy at times, all-consuming job without your love and support. And I got a good contingency here, by the by, so thank you, guys. Secondly, to Jamie, I want to leave you with two little pieces of advice. First, one I've already seen you acknowledge, remember those that came before you, those who paved the way. How blessed I've been to have the example of the wise, wonderful women of City Council that came before me. Sue, Maureen, Joe, and Betsy. Second thing I learned from these women was a woman is not a leader by title or by appointment. A woman is a leader by action and character. Again, already traits I see. You got elected not because of any one special skill you may have. You got elected because the residents in our ward trust you to make good decisions. Second piece of advice was advice I got from Alderman Stellato, sitting right down there when I first came on council. He told me the first day on the job, and then probably 100 times subsequently, always vote with your head, the facts, always vote with your gut, discernment, and always vote with your heart, the city and its people. Staff, our awesome, professional, capable staff provide the facts. They're the experts, no doubt. Kudos to our staff. But it's only a piece of the puzzle in your decision-making process. Don't fall prey to shortcuts, hey, if it's okay with staff, I'm okay. Nope. That overplays the head. Don't be unresponsive to the important role of our residents, who I feel so blessed to see a number of the second warders here today. That underplays the heart. And always, again, not an issue with you, always do your homework. Not doing your due diligence is being lazy about the biggest factor of all, your gut. Remember, head, gut, heart. You can't go wrong. To my friends, my colleagues, I confidently and hopefully, not hopefully, but hopefully, full of hope, hopefully pass the baton and may God bless the city I love, St. Charles. Thank you.
Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Maureen. Okay, are there any other council comments this evening? Do we have anything from staff? Okay, before we motion to adjourn here, as many of you know, candidate John Frank, elected as the Ward 3 alderperson, accepted a position with the state's attorney's office, causing a conflict in his elected position. So the legal opinion of our city attorney is that Alderperson Bancroft can continue to serve as Ward 3 alderperson, and we thank you for that. Thank you for your continued commitment and your commitment that you've provided so much, so well, so far. The city will send a press release tomorrow requesting interested parties to submit their resumes for a Ward 3 alderperson position. So we appreciate your patience in this process that came up kind of quickly. So with that, if any interested candidates are interested in this position, please do look for that on the city's website and send in your application. At this point, we'll take a motion to adjourn, and we'll just take a 5-minute recess for anyone that would like to not stay or leave, or people that are coming in, and then we'll invite Judge Flood to come up to administer oath. So I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I just have a question. This is, I guess, for a city attorney.
Sure.
I mean, what statute does this allow for Todd to stay on? I mean, I know, I've already talked to, but I like an explanation.
Sure.
And people I've talked to have asked, how can this happen?
Absolutely.
I'd like to know what statute authority we have to do this, that's all.
Good question.
Yeah. Thanks for the question, Ron. I did have an opportunity to speak to some of the other elected officials on this question, so I could walk them through, but I'll be glad to do it for you this evening. So, as you can tell from here tonight, in order for newly elected alderpersons to take their seat after the election is certified, which it was last Tuesday, the final step is that they are qualified. They must take the oath of office. Until that happens, they're not in a position to take their seat. Hence, you're having your earlier meeting. All the current elected officials will sit, take their votes, then you'll adjourn, do the oath of office, and then the newly elected officials will be qualified. Until that alderperson who's been elected is qualified, they can't take their seat. John Frank provided his written notice that he intends not to take the oath of office, and he will not be qualified to take his seat, although he was elected and certified. That's the final step. Because of his election, and he's not here tonight to be sworn in, he is not a qualified successor to Mr. Bancroft's seat. As such, by statute, and I give you the quote, the statute if you want.
No, if you.
Okay. By statutory authority, all sitting alderpersons continue to serve until their successors are qualified. Hence, Mr. Bancroft gets, continue to serve until you now go through the process of filling that vacancy like you normally do with the appointment, then you all vote on it, and then at that point, once he takes the office, or she takes the office, whoever that is, then Mr. Bancroft will be off his seat and a new person will take it.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Attorney Howard. I do need a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
Yes.
Second.
Mr. Weber, did you have a question?
I was just going to motion.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Wirball? David?
Oh, second.
Petrillo? Motion?
Oh, I'll motion to adjourn.
Wirball, second?
I'll second.
Okay, Nance, please call the roll.
Bancroft?
Yes.
Lencioni?
Yes.
Petrillo?
Yes.
Wirball?
Yes.
Besser?
Yes.
Weber?
Yes.
Kulkaitis?
Yes.
Calamaris?
Yes.
Haylander? Bungard?
Yes.
Thank you. We'll just take a quick recess, please. Thank you.